Greetings! Welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV Glamour video. Each new video in this series will have its own theme, and today's theme is cute glamours for casters that you can get via PvP. I know, don't make that face. PvP isn't for everyone, and those of you who hate it are probably about to click away. But wait. Trust me when I say that you do not have to spend an eternity grinding PvP to get enough currency to grab these lovely glamour items. A handful of front lines or a few crystalline conflicts and you can at the very least get the chess pieces to start off your next glam. And the nice thing about these chess pieces is that they pair really well with so many other non-PvP items, so you can just go as far as you're willing. A little PvP for the chess pieces, then maybe a little more PvP if you want to pick up the legs, gloves or shoes. It's totally up to you. More about the PvP requirements later, but for now, here are some beautiful PvP inspired glams to get you started. When it comes to magic wielding fashionistas, we often get stuck with robes that look like they haven't been updated since the 6th Astral era. As a caster main, I get it. Early game fashion you're rewarded from questing can suck. But picture this. Enemies charging, spells flying, and right in the midst of all the chaos, there I am, rocking this glamour like it's a high stakes fashion show. Ugh. Starting off with the Virtue Caller's chest piece, along with the Virtue Caller's armlets and sandals. It's a bit odd that they're called sandals when they have those floofy leg warmers, but whatever. I paired these pieces with the Bunny Chief's tights, which you can buy with MGP from the Gold Saucer. They're actually my favourite tights in the entire game, so I tend to pair them with everything. Or you can save up your crystals and buy the Virtue Caller's loincloth if you want the full set. This glamour is a perfect blend of style and combat readiness. It gives me the agility I need as a caster to get out of trouble when needed, and look good doing it. I just love that one shoulder feature for added mystique, and the small dragonish wings and tail detail at the back are absolutely wonderful. This set also dyes nicely. The Virtue Caller pieces can be bought with trophy crystals from the Crystal Quartermaster at the Wolf's Den Pier. If you're just starting out in PvP, these will be really easy to farm, as the first 10 or so levels go incredibly fast. Next up we have this beautiful healer set for those guardian angels of glamour. This look seamlessly combines the essence of healing with a touch of celestial elegance and the battle-ready focus you'll need to survive PvP. This ensemble says that you're ready for anything, but not at the cost of looking good. The chest piece is the High Allergan Coat of Healing. This coat alone pairs nicely with items from other sets, so you can mix and match, but I also love the High Allergan Thigh Boots of Healing, shown here, because they work great together. For the hands and legs, I just throw on any black gloves and skirt, but you can of course experiment with what looks good. Or you can farm trophy crystals for the High Allergan hands and legs. If you don't want to stand out as a healer and an easy target, you can dye the costume something other than white and hope to blend into your group. Next up is a set that you can buy with wolf marks at the Wolf's Den Pier from the Storm Sergeant. Wolf marks are the other currency that you earn naturally through doing PvP. This is the Kokoku set, which falls under the Genyo gear in the vendor's inventory. It has a fluffy, warm vibe to it, ideal for any cold areas. I bought the chest, gloves and feet for the purpose of this showcase, but you can also get the culottes to complete the look if you want the full ensemble. It's also another set that dyes nicely, depending on your fashion needs, so have a play around until you find something that you really like. And the final glamour for today is this beautiful silky looking ensemble for those of you who prefer a looser fit when taking names on the battlefield. This set can also be bought with wolf marks. This is the Republican Signifier set. I paired it with random hands and shoes, but you can always grab the full set if you really love it. The red and gold embroidery detail is just so pretty and really stands out. Now, before we wrap this up, I'm going to quickly go through what you need to do to get into PvP and pick up these glamours. First, you'll need a toon who is at least level 30 on a Disciple of War job. This will allow you to queue in for PvP matches, but don't worry about only being level 30 and going up against a group of level 90s. That's not how PvP works in Final Fantasy XIV. All players who queue into a PvP match are given a baseline set of stats, and those are basically what you've got to work with. The only variation will be in your health pool, but the differences are negligible, so it's not a huge deal. The great thing about PvP matches is that they're all fairly short, so you don't have to grind for hours and hours to get your hands on some nice glams. Frontlines are 20-minute 72-player instances where you have to fulfill an objective, for example, smashing more crystals than the opposing teams, and kill as many players as possible. Crystalline Conflict are only 5 minutes per match, and pit 2 small teams of just 5 players in each against each other. The goal is to push a giant crystal to your opponent's base. And even if your team loses, you will still get a bit of currency, so you don't have to be a PvP Gigachad to earn wolf marks or trophy crystals. Yes, it might take you a little longer if your team consistently loses, but it's still not an inordinate amount of time investment. Who said glamour had to be time consuming? And there you have it, a handful of lovely glamours that are relatively easy to get, even for the PvP allergic. Like I said earlier, you can put in as much effort as you like, because most of the chess pieces pair great with other PvE glams. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, may your spells be stylish and your heals be haute couture.